Hi, this is Carrie. Welcome to Wandering Angel Studio. Now, if you'll remember the other day, I posted a video on how to make this cascading folio. Okay, very easy, very simple. Now I'm going to show you what to do with it. This is the same folio. It's the same thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a flip through and I'm going to show you how I embellish mine, and then I'm going to give you some other tips on how you might use this in other ways, okay? So let's start with the cover. What I've done with the cover is I've just added a simple banner cluster and I glued it flat down to the surface. Now, I have a video on how to make these banner clusters, so if you're interested in learning how to make the banner clusters, check out the description below. The link for the video will be there. And I've used other banner clusters in here. I've glued them down and also used them as tuck spots. And you'll see that as we go along. Okay, flip the inside. And what I've done here is I've made a little pocket, and this is something that I added to the design, okay? And this is a coin envelope. Now, if you want to learn how to make the coin envelopes, yes, I have a video for that too. And here's the cool thing about the coin envelopes. Gift cards fit in these, folks. Yes, gift cards. Okay. What to do with your scraps. Don't throw away even your smallest scraps. The scraps are what I use to make this little embellishment out of. So understand that, you know, you don't have to throw away those small pieces of paper. Here's another banner cluster. This one's glued down. And again, look at how thin some of those pieces of paper are and how small they are. Well, you can learn how to make these and use up all those unwanted scraps. Now, here we have a pocket, okay? There's a pocket back here as well. I didn't put anything in it. Another banner cluster. This one is glued down. Okay, and again, look at how tiny some of those pieces of paper are. Use that stuff up. Believe me, it makes such a beautiful embellishment. Okay, this actually flips out so you can journal in here. That's a great feature for this little. I didn't want to make it a pocket because of where it is in relationship to the cover. But I did make the very top fold a pocket, and I did that so I could get this little guy in here. This is a very small journal. It's a Matchbook Journal. And there's tea-dyed paper in here. And yes, I have a video on how to make these. Not this particular size, but the larger one. The cool thing about the video, and I have some of the larger ones in here as well, is that you can scale the instructions up or down. So you can make bigger ones than I've made, and you can also make the smaller ones. Now, real quick note, this particular Matchbook mini journal is made out of the 2x2 inch squares that come in some of the paper pads, the Tim Holtz paper pads. This is one 2-inch square that I've just rounded the corners on. Another 2-inch square, and then this third 2-inch square I've actually trimmed off. And if I flip it open, you can see I just scored where the squares are. Really, really, really easy to make. In fact, the thing that takes the longest is tea dyeing the paper to go in these, okay? So lots of fun and a cute little journaling thing. Okay, here I've added 2 pockets, so I've just taken the leftover paper that I had and made tags. If you don't have a tag punch, that's cool. Make your own. Just take a square piece of paper. You can round off the corners, and it becomes a little piece of paper that you can use to journal on, or you can cut the corners off and make a regular ordinary tag out of it. Now, I can do a video on how to do that, but it's pretty simple. If you want a video on how to make different size tags, including tags made out of chipboard that you can use to make projects on, then by all means let me know in the comments. And what do I mean? Let me grab something really quick and I'll show you what I mean. Okay, this is a tag that I cut myself. It's made out of, and you can see where I measured it. And it's made out of chipboard, and I can actually show you how to do this. So again, if you want to learn how to make your own tags from small squared off tags like this to larger ones out of chipboard, let me know in the comments and I can shoot a video on that for you. Okay, so we'll put these back in here. Again, this is a double pocket, tea-dyed tag in here to use as a journaling spot. And yep, this is made out of craft. It's another one of those coin envelopes. These things make great embellishments, folks, let me tell you. Okay, now on this side we have a mini envelope. It's got 3 envelopes in it, okay, and you can use those to tuck pieces of paper or whatever you want to inside of. There you go. And you guessed it, I have a video on how to make these as well. And I'll put all of these links in the description so that if you decide you want to make, oh, well, I want to make the coin envelopes, but I don't want to make this little envelope, or I want to make the clusters, but I don't want to make the coin envelopes, then it'll all be there. You can pick and choose which ones you want to watch. Okay, so again, got a couple of pockets here. Just cut a piece of paper. This is an example of a real simple tag. I'm out of this particular type of string. This is like a baker's twine. I'm out of it, which is why these don't have twine in them. Otherwise they would, believe me. Same thing with these 2 smaller ones here. And I have a punch for these. That's where these come from. I have a punch for these, but you don't have to have a punch. You can make real small ones without the fancy, you know, without the fancy trim around the top. Here's a banner cluster, sideways. Again, I didn't use this as a tuck spot. I just glued it down, but it gives you an idea of what you can use with that excess paper. Okay, another pocket over here. Tag, stuck in the pocket to use as a journaling tool if you want to journal on that tag, or you can even embellish the tag and tuck it back in there. And here we go. This is the large Matchbook mini journal, again with tea-dyed paper in it, and you can see the different patterns of the paper. Same thing. Some of the Tim Holtz paper pads come with these 3-inch wide by 4-inch deep individual pieces of paper. But they're all printed together on one page. So like, I think the page has like 4 of these across by 3 high. And all I did was just cut them in strips, okay? And then just cut this down. And again, I show you all that in the video, but it's really cool because it teaches you what to do with that paper. It gives you another use for that paper, because sometimes people look at the back of those paper pads and they think, well, what do I do with that paper? Yes, you can cut tags out of it or make little, you know, make real simple journal tags out of it. But the truth of the matter is, this is just another creative way to use those papers up, okay? All right, moving on. Again, taken and cut down. This is a tea-dyed tag. These are all tea-dyed tags, and I have a punch for this. These I purchased. You can get these in an office supply store, and they come with this baker's twine on it. Normally, I keep baker's twine here. Like I said, these would have baker's twine in them that I had tea-dyed, but I'm out. So there we go. But this is a piece of leftover paper from where I was making the book, and I just rounded off the corners, inked the edges, and tucked it in the pocket. Okay. Another simple, super creative thing that you can do is you can make your own little flip journals. This is tea-dyed paper that I had left over from other projects. I cut it to size, and I took, you see how that piece of paper is like maybe 1.5 inches looped over like that? Yeah, I took that, I put a staple in it, put some tea-dyed paper in it, and there you go. You have something that you can use to journal on. Okay, and here's another one of those nifty little coin envelopes. Now you may be thinking, this is really cool, Carrie, but what am I actually going to do with this? Well, if you do a lot of art journaling, this is really fun for art journal people. But there are lots of other uses for this book, and I'll get into those as I go along. Okay, here's another large matchbook and another large journaling tag. And again, I put the pockets in here myself, so that's something that you can add to the individual pages, and it's really easy to do. When I cut, let's see, this one's lighter. When I cut the pockets for these, all I do, if you'll notice, here is the crease right here for this spine. So when I cut the pocket, I cut it not even 1/8 of an inch short of the spine, and that's so that I can make sure that it will fold and flip easy. Now, does that mean that because it's stuffed that it's, you know, it's not going to fold flat because I have it stuffed, is what I'm trying to say here. But okay, so, and that's just one side pocket. Now, getting back to what you can do with these things before I get into all the other stuff that's in these double pages. Think Christmas. Think gift, say you want to give somebody several gift cards. You can make little pockets. You can make big pockets or little pockets. You can make the individual envelopes and put the gift cards in there. Or my favorite idea, I have two ideas that are really, really make good use of this format. Okay, one of them is to make this out of Christmas paper and use it like an advent calendar. So you can actually use these tags, and again, you don't have to put so many in here, but you can use these tags as an advent calendar. Okay, so say for instance, you pull this tag and it's got a number on it, you flip it over. It can give instructions on where to go or what to do for that specific day. So it can be used as an advent calendar, and just let yourself run wild with that idea. The other really cool thing that I want to do with this on my own is I want to take and use these tags as journaling prompts. So if you have somebody that really loves art journals and really loves to play around with journaling prompts, this is the book to create for them. Because what this gives them is, this not only gives them, and this is another one of those little journal spots that I made out of, you know, individual pieces of tea-dyed paper and leftover paper. But not only does this give them a place to journal, but you can also write journal prompts in here for them, so they can use it as use the whole book as a whole series of journal prompts. So that's another idea. The other thing you can do with this is you can use paper like children's type paper or baby type paper and make this a journal. You don't have to put the pockets on here. You can put individual mats on here for photos and stuff. So this will make a great gift for parents as well. If you make it out of really cute baby papers or really cute children's papers, this would make a great little mini folio album for some of their photographs. So again, think outside the box, because just because you see this done one way doesn't necessarily mean you can't use it for other things. I'm just giving you one of a few ideas that I have that I'm going to use going forward to be able to use the whole book. Okay, we went through that page. Again, another little journaling spot that I made out of excess paper. Here's a second one and a tag. Real easy to do, doesn't take any, these things go together so fast. Like I said, the thing that takes the longest is tea dyeing all the paper. That takes forever. I usually do that over a period of a couple days, and I dye it, you know, a couple hundred sheets at a time. Another little coin envelope, and this is a double pocket. Okay, so there's two pockets here, and tags. Again, I have two different tag punches that I cut these out of. If you want to see a video on how I did all of this, because I made bunches of these, I made extras because, like I said, I'm gonna use them for a lot of different things. But if you want to see a video on how I made the pockets and put all this in here, leave me a comment. Let me know, and I'll shoot a video for you and show you how I did all of this, so you'll know how to put one together just like it, okay? All right. Another one of those envelope pockets. There we go. This one's got 3 in it, I think. Yeah, that one's stuck together. Got a little bit of glue, but that's got 3 individual pockets in it. These are great for storing ephemera, by the way. And the cool thing is, once you've got them full of ephemera, and I used hook and loop tape dots on here. These are little 3/8 inch hook and loop tape dots. Then you can rubber band a bunch of them together, and all of your smaller ephemera is right there. I mean, right there. And think about this too. Another thing you can use this book for is you can make these larger pockets, put the ephemera pockets in here, and then that way all of your ephemera is located in one book. How cool is that? A couple more tags that can be used for journaling. Another tag that can be used for journaling or whatever you want to use it for. This is another coin envelope. And again, videos will all be linked. This is also in that video on making the banner clusters. This one has a paper clip in it. If you'll look here, tucked in there is a paper clip. And so it can actually, let me see if I can get it back on here. It can actually go over a page, be clipped to a page. There we go. Paper doesn't want to, there we go. Okay. It can actually be clipped over a page and used either as an embellishment like I have here or a tuck spot. Yeah. So check out the video on, I got a fly in there. I don't know where he came from, but check out the video on how to make the banner clusters. And I show you not only how to make the plain clusters like the ones I glued down, but also these paper clip clusters as well. This is the back side of that same cluster that goes over the page. Another small pocket. We have just a little extra piece of paper that can be used as a journaling spot that I have tucked in the pocket. Get that back in here. And one last pocket here with, again, this was part of the same page of paper. I think it was like this or close to it. And I just used this as a journaling page and got a couple of tags in there. So there we have it. That's what you can use the book for. I've given you several ideas on things that you can do with the book, how to decorate it, how to use it. I'll have links in the description for all of these little extras I made. If you want to see, remember, if you want to see video on how to make your own tags like this, give me a shout out in the comments. If you want to see how to make the coin envelopes, again, that link will be in the description. I hope you enjoyed the flip through, and like I said, leave me a comment, click the like button, don't forget to do that, and subscribe, and I will see you again next time. Have a great day.